Everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If you like the video or like other videos here, please like, subscribe. We have a lot of content coming up. Please leave a comment if you have any questions regarding this. I'm going to be going over, how to make money or how to save money using the Stash app. Now, a couple months ago, I did a review on just the features and what it was about. I can leave the link below in the comment section. But to kind of cut to the chase, I've been using it for a few months, and I'm just letting you know, what's good, what's not so good about it, what it's for. I'll pull up the Stash app, their webpage right now, and what they gear towards, if you're not familiar with Stash, is they gear towards millennials and trying to get them to invest, or what they call investing, through a nice user interface and get them to invest in or save money in stocks they believe in. And you can start with at least $5. Now, they give you the first month free, and they do charge. The catch is, if you're under, I think, what was it, 10 grand? Let's see here. Yeah, if you're under $5,000, they charge you 1 month, $1 per month, or if you're over $5,000, then they charge you a percentage, a quarter of a percent. So, the catch is that they do charge for the service. It's not a free service, but let's cut over to the app. I'll show you some of the examples. So far, saying that I have $376 in value. My total return on this is $6.38, and it's $1.72. Now, I've only been doing this for a couple months, and I'm using the auto stash option that basically automatically withdraws money from my bank account and invests it into a certain ETF, or what they call it in a idea, I guess. So they have these different sections, things you believe in, things that you want, and then things that you like. I can show you my current portfolio here. I have American Innovators, Data Defenders, and Defending America. And as you can see, Data Defenders not doing so good. My other ones are doing pretty good. I'm making 3% on this one, made almost 5% on Defending America, and I'm down roughly 3% on Data Defenders. And for an overall, tell me right here, that's where they get the overall, 1.72%. Out of the 376.38, $6.38 of that is profit. So I've put in about $370 of my own money over the last couple months, and I've made $638 off of that. And you can see my balance here. As you can see, I haven't been doing it for that long. So I made the video around April, May time. I invested like a couple bucks, and then I just been doing the auto stash, as they call it, which automatically deposits it from my bank account every week. You can do every week, you set the schedule for whatever you want, basically, if you want to do it. But what I like about it is that it takes the idea of saving money and takes it out of my hands. Now, a lot of people can do this by, automatically withdrawing from your checking account to your savings account. What I do like about it is it doesn't make it as convenient for me to go grab that cash, so I can't just go from my savings account and transfer it back to my checking account when I get in trouble, or if I need money, or whatever the case is. This has a little bit more of a barrier, because I actually have to do a couple processes. I actually have to cash out that ETF or that fund, and I actually have to then deposit it or transfer it back to my account. So it's a couple barriers there that will prevent you from, hey, do I really need this money to go through all that trouble, and is it something that I really want to do? And they call it Stash Invest, but I think it's more along the lines savings account, maybe a higher interest savings account. The market is really good right now, so we're making more money than what you probably should on an average year. 2017, the stock market has been going up like crazy, as you know, in the news and media. But on a typical year, I bet we're only making, instead of seeing these 3% and 4%, I bet we're only making 1%. They have on their website, I think it was on their homepage, like they try to calculate it out for you, but they said, we're a little slow here. it's based on a 5% annual growth rate every year. If you did $25 a week, you get in 5 years, you get $7,000. 10 years, $16,000. Most of that being your own cash, and you're definitely not gonna be at the, if you did 1%. Let's see how. Come on. See the other one. It's not really. Okay, brought down a little bit of money here. But as you can see, from a 5%, 20 years was like 40 something. Now it's only like 28,000. So it makes a big difference, 1 to 5%. But obviously they want you to start investing in it. But what I like about it is that it takes the savings, and if you're going to be investing more than, like, I'm investing $30 a week, so that's $120 a month. So if you're investing $1,000 over the course of a year, $12 or $1 a month in fees isn't going to kill you. Now, if you're only investing like $1 a month or investing $5 a month, probably not worth it to you. You're probably just going to want to, move it back into from your transfer automatically from your checking to your savings account, because you're not big enough to start investing in here. Now, they say that it's like an intro level to investing, and I don't really understand that, because basically you can buy and sell, but it doesn't initiate the orders right away. So if I were to buy something, I won't get an email until after market close saying my order was executed. I don't actually know what price I got, what the price of the ETF was when purchased it. Like, if I go into American Innovators, one of my ETFs that I'm currently investing in, it kind of breaks it down here. I don't even own one share. I own 90% of one share. So I don't actually know how they actually return this, or how they actually calculate buying a part of a share, because all these are, since they're an ETF, I guess we can see here. Yeah, it doesn't say how much. It just says I own a fraction. So I don't know exactly how they actually do that. I guess they purchase one share and then divvy it up against many other customers, and then I get this much percentage of the fund when they cash it out. I'm not really sure how that works, but as you can see, here's my auto stash. I can update the auto stash to, instead of doing $10 every week, so every week I do $10 in here. It says right here, $10 every week, and you can see the schedule. And then you can see here, July 5th, I was paid 17 cents dividends. So you do get dividends on top of the market performance. And you can also see the market performance here, which is year to date 22%, pretty much off the chain here. So like I said, 2017 is hard to gauge a typical result over a long period of time. You see from January, if you were to look from January down here, 2004 to this is what, probably January 2006, you're not making a whole lot of money here. You're making some, but not enough. And then you had the 2008 issue. But anyways, but if you were to hold it from January 2004 to November 2010, you're basically in the same spot. I mean, maybe a couple bucks up, but only in the last few years, 10, 11 years, we've been really excelling here. But anyways, let's go back to, it shows you what this ETF is. So if you go to the details here, the overview, it'll tell you this ticker's VGT. This is an actual ETF, so it's really buying an ETF. It's not purchasing one share of each of these companies. It's purchasing just one share or fraction of share of VGT. So you don't get a whole lot of control over price. So if you open up Thinkorswim here, and this is an actual, let's pull up VGT, and we'll go for the 1 year chart here. So if you were to buy one share of VGT, which is the Vanguard Information Technology ETF, if I just buy one here, and I buy it at the market price right now, it's going to cost me $148 plus the commission fee that TD Ameritrade will cost me. So it's going to cost me $148. So I guess the barrier to entry is low to this, because you can, the way that they configure it, you can own a fraction of a share rather than the whole thing. But I don't think it teaches you investing, because it doesn't actually teach you how to read charts, how to buy and sell in the marketplace. It's just, if you were to go to the Stash app, I can just click on buy. I can buy more. and ask me how much I want to buy. Well, this is how much. I only have 31 cents available. I'd have to transfer in more money. But if I want to sell, ask me how much money I want to sell. I can sell it all if I wanted to. Then again, I don't know what the price is going to give me. So if you look at this chart, like if you just look at Friday, today's Monday. Let's look at Monday's chart. We'll zoom in here. So on Friday, you know, if I were to have initiated an order on Stash, would it buy up here? Would it sell up here? If I commit the order, I don't really exactly know. It just, the only thing that it does tell me is under my details, my average price is 134.08, and as I keep buying more and the price goes higher, obviously then you start paying more per share. But you know, that's with anything. You know, that doesn't make any difference here. But so I don't know if I'm getting the price. So if I were to execute an order on this date, and if, let's say, executed later in the afternoon, let's say I executed it right here, would it have done it immediately, or does it do it after close, after the market closes? I'm not exactly sure. But in terms of investing, I don't think it's really an investing application, because you can't really see, you know, what's going on. I guess it just gets you familiar with saving money and then putting it somewhere. But like I said, if you're not doing over $100 a month, it's probably not going to be worth it to you, that 1% or that $1 per month that you're going to have to pay them. It is kind of cool how they did, you know, divvy it up here in terms of categorization. They put a nice little name on this category of this ETF. They tell you what's inside of it, and then this is the S&P Home Builders ETF XHB. Rather than, so it's kind of nice. They tell you how much of the fund it is, rather than, you know, if I'm on TD Ameritrade, I have to actually, let's see, XHB. It doesn't really tell me what's in it. I probably have to go to the website to figure out. I probably have to go to the S&P or the ETF website to figure out what this actually is. But you can trade it. You could do some more, you know, some of these have options where you could trade options on them, on the different ETFs that they have there. So that's kind of nice. You know, I think overall this is not really an investing app, but I do like just putting money in there and earning a little bit more money. And it's been really easy for me. After I set my auto stash, I really haven't touched a single thing. So what I would say is, I probably want to get rid of data defenders and invest in something else, since this is performing poorly even though the market's really up. I don't really think I like these companies anyways. I just wanted to try something. Yeah, these are just different firewall companies and people that protect against hacking. They're up this year, but since I put the trade on, it hasn't really paid off. So what I would say is, it's good for saving money. It doesn't teach. I don't think it teaches you anything about investing, since the only alert, I don't get alerts from it saying, hey, the price of something so low, I can't set alerts. I can't really do anything with it other than buy and sell, which, I mean, I guess it's easy for you, but if you want to try to learn more than doing that, this is not really the app to do that. I think it's just a fancy saving vehicle, fancy way to save money. I do like it. I'll probably just continue doing it because it's already set on auto, and I don't really. I may change data defenders to something else so I can have a higher return. Maybe just split it up between American Innovators and Defending America, because those seem to be paying out a lot better than data defenders right now. So, I mean, what I would say is, it's for saving. It's not investing. It doesn't teach you how to invest. It does get you familiar with what's inside an ETF. It doesn't really make it educational in any way. It just they just want you to put your money there, park it there, and do nothing with it. It's not a tool that you can just buy and sell, flip, buy shares, trade it quick. It's not like that. And if you want to do that, go to Thinkorswim or use Robinhood if you're trying to do a quick flip. So if you guys use it differently, let me know. Let me know what you think about the app in the comments below. Definitely want to hear your opinion. Like, subscribe to the video.